Hello, hi. I'm going to quickly walk you through 17 tools that I personally have found useful for a good SaaS marketing strategy. For folks who are not familiar with SaaS, um, it refers to software as a service solution. So if you're a B2B marketer or a technology company who's looking to market your products, these tools I hope will be useful for you. So I'll just dive into it. Also, I'm gonna leave the links of all those tools below, so you don't have to note them down. Just look at the links below, and you'll be able to follow them as well and find it. So dive right in. The first one is quite basic. For every marketer, I think what CRM is the basic thing. Now, mostly people tend to use Excel sheets where they say, okay, I have so many leads. This is what I've done. I've followed up with them, sent an email and all that. But a CRM is essentially a basic stuff that kind of puts all this data together in one place, so you can see what the last email that's gone, what's the last contact that's made, do the email and all of that from one place. Now, there's a lot of options when you talk about CRM out there, free, paid. I've used a couple of them myself. Obviously, in the area of CRM and especially the B2B marketing space, HubSpot is the major one. But having said that, HubSpot is also one of the costliest one among them as well. So yes, if you have budgets, I would obviously recommend HubSpot because it has everything that you would need. If not, there are a couple of them that can do the job. I've found Pipedrive and Agile among the favorite that I would pick in terms of value for money versus features. Now, personally, I use Agile because among the tools I've found, it's the most value for money kind of one. So within the CRM, you can not only just manage contacts, you can create landing pages, can create forms, and you can also do email marketing all within one. Most of the CRMs, what it does is, you have to then integrate a mail service like MailChimp or something else to do an email marketing. So in terms of the kind of tools, I found Agile useful, and in terms of pricing as well, it's very good pricing. So that's what I would recommend. But again, doesn't matter which CRM it is as long as you have one. So that's that. The second, in terms of your social media scheduler, now gone are the days of posting a live. Now most of the tools also lets you post stories as well. So a lot of tools again there for social media scheduling, a lot of them. But my personal pick that I use personally is Later. Now, until recently, Later didn't have LinkedIn sharing as well. Now they've added that, so that's brilliant. But otherwise, if there's a second choice, I would go for Loomly. Again, these both are options in terms of value for price versus features. So, because you're a B2B marketer, you need LinkedIn pages and accounts. So both Later and Loomly kinds of supports it. But with Later, the good thing I see is that you can organize and preview your content calendar. You can share the link with others, maybe with your client or among your team to see how it looks overall. So that's one thing I've found about Later or Loomly. Next one, project management. Again, this depends on what kind of work you do. So if you have a creative team, managing them is easy using Trello. If you have a technical and a lot of sales and marketing team, again, Asana and ClickUp can do the job. So pick which you need based on how, the kind of workspace automation you require. But having a project management tool kind of makes your life quite easy. All right, next, my favorite in terms of marketing automation is Phantom Buster. Now, if you don't know or haven't used marketing automation already, there's again a lot of tools out there that lets you do different things when it comes to marketing automation. Um, I've used Phantom Buster for a while now, and I should say it's kind of value for money. So as you can see, um, so there's a couple of things that you can do either on LinkedIn or Instagram. So let's say if you want to automate auto follow or auto like an update or auto comment, same goes for LinkedIn. This is something you can use to increase your LinkedIn network, generate leads, extract data, a lot of things. I've personally also used to extract or scrape data from websites. So that's That's another way of using this as well. So you can scrape data from other website using Phantom Buster. Now it has paid and free options as well, so that if you want to give it a try. So like I said, I'm going to leave these links below, so don't worry about it. The next one in my list in terms of cold emails would be Lemlist. So cold emails is kind of I would say, a good source for leads when it comes to SaaS marketing, and Lemlist kind of makes an interface which is can be automated in sort of ways, but more than the interface and automation, what it provides, it gives you kind of know-how and best use practices on how to go about cold emails, how to approach them innovatively, and there's a lot of personalization you can do within that. All right, so next thing is most important for any B2B marketer in terms of how can you generate leads. So for leads, then I have two tools that I would recommend for you to use. Now, they are GDPR compliant as well, at least that's what they say. But the first one would be Apollo. Now, Apollo is like, you can put in your search terms. Like for example, this is how you can find list. So let's say if you're looking at company in Americas, or with, let's say, employees more than 100 to 200, or put in your fields, and then let's say if you're looking for specific industry, uh, okay, where is it, company keywords. So let's say manufacturing or SAP. Again, these are just examples, like I said. So it would then give out names of people, their LinkedIn, and in some cases, of course, their email addresses. Now you can email them from here, or you can add it to your CRM from here, do different stuffs around that. So Apollo again is an interesting thing, if you're looking to find email addresses and all that. So let's say if you're looking only for CIOs, for example. So list, all the CIO information. As you can see, there's LinkedIn, their Twitter, and in some cases, like I said, their email as well. So you can extract these things from here. You can email them free from here as well. So if you want to just email them free here, that can work. Or if you want to just export them, that can be done as well. So interesting tool there, that I'm sure you'll find ways to use it. The next one that I find useful is Gravity. Now, both Apollo and Gravity has free and paid tools as well. So give it a run. For Gravity, what I found is useful was you can again find list of people. So if you're looking for angel investors, for example, again you can view contacts here. The thing is, most of this data is based from the US, and yes, there's very little of European data, I think due to GDPR, but otherwise there's US and other countries, that's all there. And again, here you'll find the list, LinkedIn. You can send a message directly from here. Now if you need to export or download it, obviously that's going to be a paid version. So this is like a list of angel investors, for example, who's looking for deals. So Gravity and Apollo there. So try giving it a quick run. I found it pretty useful in terms of the data. Now, of course, the data that you get from here, you will have to clean it using third-party tools, because you get email addresses, but sometimes they are very, sometimes they're not. So Apollo and Gravity, good way of extracting data. So all right, now for marketing, and especially for SaaS marketing, videos are pretty important. Now, for videos, I would recommend two tools. One is Vidyard. Now that's for making sales or videos or quick presentations using just from your browser. It's very easy to use, and the good thing about it, it's easy to share and all that. And the next one is Wistia. Again, Wistia, I would say it's used for videos that kind of lets you add chapters onto there. Now, YouTube has this feature as well these days, but it's in a very limited form. So YouTube also lets you add chapters onto the videos, but otherwise, Wistia is the way to go. Next one is, yes, chatbots. Now, again, there's a lot of chatbots out there for you to use uh, in terms of the available source. But from my personal experience, the one I've found useful has been Chatwoot and Collect Chat. Both, I guess, have free and paid options. So check them out. Again, I'm going to leave these links below as well for you to look into it. And then next one, in terms of very important thing for B2B companies is listing websites like Capterra and G2. There's a lot of them, depending on the areas used. For example, there's Technology Advice, which is pretty active in US. So look at which demography you're looking for, and then ensure your product is listed in one of these websites. Next one on spot is in terms of personalization. Now, you must have seen when you send emails, you can personalize your name tags, and you can replace the subject or something with the name tags of who you're sending to. Now, similarly, big snippets, what it lets you do is it lets you customize images that you send. So be it images on landing pages, or it can be images on that you sent your email. So as you can see, you can personalize these images. So you can pick a photo of yourself, and you can change the names on the go. So it's a very powerful tool in terms of personalizing. So I suggest you give it a go again. It has trial period, so if you want to check it out. All right, so next one, again, this is something you might use, is Google Tag Manager, but often what I've said is, when it comes to website, your SaaS website, you'll have to do a lot of changes on a daily basis, and it's not easy to go back to your tech team for everything. So Google Tag Manager kind of lets you do that in a much easier way. All right, next one in terms of content research. So this is again a tool that is a good place to use if you're looking to do content research around what kind of content you should write, or you need to research around. It's an interesting way they've said it, this website works. So as you can see from the screen, so you go there, and then let's say if you want to look at automation process or something, I'm just putting in a keyword here. So what it lets you do is it kind of processes how people search around this keyword on the web, and gives you ideas around that. Now, as you can see, this is kind of taking a bit time than I thought. Anyway, so check it out. It's Answer the Public. Yeah, so as you can see, automation process kind of gives you a way around how people are searching around it. So this kind of gives you a good starting place for your content research. Like you can see how people are talking about it, and all of that. So really interesting stuff for content research. All right, so we've come towards the last of our slides. And last one. So I said that from the leads that we get from Apollo Gravity, they might not be always verified. And sending emails to unverified can get your a domain to spam. So easiest thing is to use something like Never Bounce to clean the email up. So what Never Bounce does is it ensures that the email is valid, so that it doesn't bounce, and your email, your domain doesn't get blacklisted. So that's that. All right, so the last one, yes, is it the last one? Yeah, somewhat. Uh, if you're doing webinars, two tools that I would suggest is Easy Webinar or Whereby. I've used Easy Webinar. It's really, really handy one. It lets you even do automated webinars, as in be using pre-recorded ones. So it's pretty slick. Whereby again is a good tool. So it kind of lets you embed video into anywhere. So you can embed a video webinar onto your own domain. So that's what I like about Whereby. But then if you're using big format events, the one that I would personally recommend is AirMeet. So this is also a pretty slick setup if you're looking to create a larger event where people can come and network and all of that. So that's around that. So all right, so I think I've covered some interesting stuff for you to superpower your SaaS marketing. So again, like I said, I have a free course of content resources within my website for you to check out. So what I discussed here are basic tools, but then, in terms of how to connect the dots, how to get all that done, you might find few areas in my academy. So it's free, so check it out. I'm going to leave all the links below as well for you to check these tools out. So any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. So all the best in terms of SaaS marketing play. All right, I leave you at that. Thank you.